Hello everyone and welcome to the Smash Corner, a new segment that teaches new Smash players for 3DS how to use certain characters and the benefits of using them. I'm Zach Daniels once again with another video for you today. Today we'll be talking about how to play as Robin and using him to the best of his full potential. Robin is basically he's a platform character that he's not really much of an aerial combatant. I can't really pronounce that properly enough. He's more of a platform combatant, and it's not that he'll only fight on the platform. It's more like in the air, his gameplay style is more suited to being on the stage rather than in the air. He has a variety of spells that are usable for a certain number of times that will eventually disappear over time, but will eventually be restored after a certain period of time. It's so confusing. Screw it. Let's keep going with this. The spells that I know of at this point are Thunder, Arcfire, Elwind, and Nosferatu. Now, I mostly only use melee attacks, so I'm not really that equipped with spells like Nosferatu or Thunder. Arcfire is actually a very good spell to use during a Smash battle, whatever you'd call a Smash battle. Arcfire traps the opponent in a blaze of fire for about 3 to 4 seconds, and can be used to initiate a series of combos. After trapping the enemy in the fire, you can follow it up if their damage is low. You can follow it up with a combo with Robin's sword. Using this attack in the air, it's not really that it wouldn't be effective, because sometimes you use it in the air just above the point where you and the opponent are at least close to getting off the screen at the top. Then you could probably launch them past the point where they would die. It's more that on the ground you have a better chance of following up with different combos. Moving on. Another spell that is very useful in Smash is a Elwind. This attack will fire 2 rings, at least I call them rings. 2 green rings that will launch you up and diagonal into the air. If used properly, then you can probably get past opponents who are lying in wait to strike you back off the edge. It can also be used as an attack that can knock opponents off of the edge, so that you can regain your position on the stage. Nosferatu, there's not really much to talk about with this spell, except that it's a good spell, but it's really hard to get people locked in with. You would have to be directly next to the person, facing them, and you would have to time it perfectly. What it does is that it drains the damage that you've taken, decreasing it to a lower number, approximately about 9 to 11% down, and adds damage to your opponent. So it's basically like using Absorb in Pokemon. I've completely forgotten the most basic spell. Thunder. Thunder is a charge-up attack, which is similar to Lucario and Samus's Lucario's Aurora Beam, and I don't know what they call Samus's charge up attack, but basically you can charge up to 4 different type of thunder spells. I don't know the middle 2, but I know that the first one is Thunder and the last one is Thoron. The first one is kind of weak and it doesn't really travel that far, so you can just like shoot people that are close to you to knock them back a bit. The second one travels a little bit farther and is a tad bit stronger, but it's not significantly stronger. It's just a little. The third one, on the other hand, it'll travel at least the length of the platform, and will lock an opponent in an electric blast that is X-shaped, and then probably knock them back in the air if their damage is high enough. Thoron to describe it simply, it's basically goes the entire length of the sides of the stage, left to right, but not just the platform itself, like the entire length of the actual structure of the map that you're playing on. It has incredible knockback, knocking your opponent into the air long enough for you to charge it up just a little bit more. I don't really customize Robin, so it's not like it's that really important to me. In my opinion, my personal opinion, the better moveset to use for Robin would definitely be the default one, because it basically has everything that you need to win a match, and all the other ones have some type of shortcoming that could really prove to be suicidal. I shouldn't put it that way, but it just leaves you wide open. So just use the default setting. Now, moving on, we're going to talk about spiking with Robin. Robin is the type of character whose spike goes straight down, but a little outward. Unlike most characters who you have to be directly above them, or you gotta be next to them. You want to be like a little up to the left or right, depending on what side of your opponent you're on. But you still have to be above them. So it'll have to go a little outward towards your opponent, because his sword will go outward and then down. And you definitely want to have the electric part of the sword. Like, you don't want to use up your electric sword and then try to spike someone, because it just wouldn't work. And you can also... This is actually a secret that I learned online. If you time the Elwind properly and your opponent is beneath you off to the side of the stage, you can spike them downward with the first blast of the Elwind, while also propelling yourself onto the platform. I've actually done it a couple of times, and it's kind of scary seeing as how it's just, like, you would think that an up and B would send them upward, or just you upward, and not really be able to spike people, but apparently that is how it works. You would definitely want to use Arcfire and Robin's electric sword in tandem, because it's more likely that you'll rack up damage for your opponent if you trap them and then follow it up with a combo hit. If your opponent is falling back down to the ground while you're beneath them on the platform, there's enough distance you can jump and knock them up into the air and just like volleyball it. I actually have quite a bit of experience with Robin. I've had the game twice. Well, I actually currently have the game. I had to reorder it since my friend stole mine. Robin and a bunch of other characters that I will get to in later videos are my main picks. And I use them constantly. I'm currently trying to learn to spike with Lucina, but it's not really going that well. I think I have a method, but it hasn't been working. And I guess that's it for today. Join me again next time. I'll try to release a video in about a week or so, if I get the mood around to do so. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, and also some gameplay, hit the subscribe button to ensure that you'll see more videos in the future. Trust me, I'm really trying to get some requests going in to do some, like, certain characters, certain videos, certain games. So leave all your feedback, your comments, your thoughts, your opinions, whatever. If you want to debate anything I've told you so far, leave them all in the comment section below, and I will reply to you the moment I find the notification. I will see you guys again next time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.